Hey everybody, it's Stephanie with the Learning Project. Welcome again to another great segment of leadership and professionalism. You guys, we have a great show for you guys today. I want to introduce Mr. Chazz. He is one of our educational leaders here in our community. You guys, we're digging into some hot topics. You do not want to miss this.
He doesn't see males as nurturing figures. Another thing is there is a stigma on what a male's intentions are going into working with young children. I guess because they don't see us as nurturing, they don't feel that males can work with young children. They think that the reason that the only reason that a male could go into early education and work with young children are for negative reasons or to harm children. I think that is a societal issue that we have. This is the societal norm, and maybe I could go in the classroom and be an experience for the parents to see male teachers differently and really the potential, the how much that I cared about their children and their families, and really could be that nurturing role model for their children and really see them in their feelings, their emotions, and help them grow to their potential. And so that's why I think it's so important when I'm talking to leaders about finding the right fit. Just because someone's a teacher doesn't necessarily mean they're a good fit for your team, your environment that you're creating that is going to build each other up and help each other grow through their challenges. So to answer your question, it is the environment that really the leader is in charge of creating. You could have a quote unquote bad director, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a bad teacher in your classroom. Is it going to impact your teaching? Is it going to impact your emotions? Is it going to, if you're in a toxic environment, is that going to impact the way you teach? Is it going to? Yes, it will. It can bring the best or it can bring the worst out of you in those challenging moments. And you mentioned creating the opportunity for people to speak up and speak out and to share their struggles. It's not just about creating the opportunities, it's about creating the feeling and creating that safe space for them. It's not enough just to say that this is a safe space. It's not enough to say I have an open door policy. Door open. You have to make that person feel because creating the culture in your classroom, even with young children, is a lot more impactful than sometimes it is a lot more impactful than those just consequences that we impose. This discipline is teaching, right? It's not punishing. A disciple isn't someone who's a receiver of punishment. A disciple is someone who's a receiver of teaching, right? Them through their challenges, because the challenges that they're having, especially young children, they're developmental mistakes. And when you said that you can't discipline a child that you don't know, I agree with that, because you don't know necessarily where that gap is before you have really built that relationship, before you've actually seen them. And I think that is very equivalent to children. They have these superpowers. It's too much energy, right? Which is something that's they have too much energy, which is really might be frustrating, hard for them to hone, and they haven't learned how to hone it yet. But I think it's our jobs as mentors, as teachers, as adults, as parents, to help them learn how to hone their superpower. Because I tell you, I was one of those kids who had too much energy, but now people that's why people want to listen to my energy, and that's why I have over 65,000 followers on TikTok, because it's my energy people want to listen to. How maybe wasn't able to hone it very well. Beating emotionally and physically out of me isn't going to help me reach my potential. Teaching me how to use my superpower is going to reach my potential, and it's also going to make life easier for you too in the long run.